Hi everyone, our journal page today, and I'm starting with the focal point. Well, sort of. Really want this bird to be here, and I want to build my background around it, but so it will be noticed. I want to know where it is when I'm putting the color for the background. So what I want to do is just trace it lightly. I don't need the details, just so I will see where it is and I can build around it. So I have my bird here, and now I've got all kinds of acrylic paints. I've picked, this is quite a large journal I have, so it's a little bit difficult to put into frame. I've got all kinds of acrylic paints. I've got light mint, turquoise, I've got magenta, ultramarine, dark purple, and I've got some black here, and I want to play with these colors. Now, why did I trace the bird? Because I want the color to be lighter where it is. So it's like I'm putting the focus to my focal point. So I'm just putting the colors here, and I want to play with them on my page. Okay, should have done it in advance, never mind. So I'm going to take a baby wipe and just fold it. It's wet, and I'm going to start smearing the paint. I'm starting with the lighter color, with the light mint, here in the area where I've got the bird. Now I'm switching to the turquoise, and of course I can change as I go. I'm using the baby wipe because it helps blend the colors, and I can also go back and add more, and I think a little bit more of the light mint, more of the turquoise here. And now I'm switching. I'm not sure I will use the magenta, but we'll see. So now I'm just putting down paint quite randomly on my page, and I just want to cover the whole thing. I'm going to keep the dark purple to the edges, like so, and trying to blend it into the other colors. I don't want harsh lines. This is just the beginning, layering some paint, some interest. I'm just switching between the colors. Maybe I will introduce the magenta. It will just blend with the other colors, and I will have a nice variation. So I'm kind of keeping the movement of me smearing around where my focal image will be, just so I will have movement on my page, and also again it will center towards this place on the page. But otherwise I'm just putting down paint randomly. And I'm letting them mix, because then I'm just getting more shades in between all these colors. Let's see, maybe a little bit more magenta. Okay, so I'm just switching to another place here, so it won't be too dirty from magenta and other, like the mint. In several places I do try to keep the colors clean and not blended. I think I need just a little bit more of the ultramarine, so I'm putting it here, and let's see, just in several places. Okay, so this seems to be taking shape, and I still got a little bit of white here, so just like this. Yeah, I think this is, first layer is done. Okay, so now I want to stencil on top of it, and I want to stencil with black, and I'm going to take this quite large stencil, and I wanted to have not a crisp edge when I'm stenciling, so I'm going to take a page, just some page, and tear it something like this and this. I'm creating some kind of a mask here, so when I'm stenciling I won't have a straight edges. And now I'm just putting it down. I hope it will work. It's sometimes what image I get in my mind, it doesn't translate it to the page, and sometimes it does. Let's hope for the best. Okay, so got a black here and some makeup sponge, and now I'm going to start. Well, maybe I will move it a little bit. Okay, let's see. Hoping for the best. Taking some of the black, dabbing excess, and I'm starting to stencil. Use whatever stencil you like, whatever pattern you like. I just looked for something that I liked. It's not like it can be flowers, it can be leaves, it can be bricks, whatever you feel like putting down. Really no concrete reason for this stencil. Okay. I didn't wait for the color to dry underneath. It was mostly dry because I've put it directly on my sketch paper. This is a sketchbook, and it's kind of paper that just sucks in immediately the paint, so it dries really fast. I don't mind. I like working on it, and I buy a chip at the cheap store. If I don't want, if I want to use it and that the paint can be more movable, then I'm putting gesso first. but this time I didn't need it. Let's see. I'm still holding the stencil, so if I need to fix something, I can still do it. Okay, so basically it's good, and I think I'll move this, and I'm going to put it again, try to align it again to what I've stenciled, like so, and I want to almost clean my sponge, and now I'm going where the edges are, so there will be again more faded look than any kind of line. So I hardly have any paint left on my sponge. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. That's what I was aiming at. I hope you can see it, because some of it is on really dark colors, so it's a little bit difficult. I'm just moving my stencil because it's like I have two spaces here that are without anything, so I'm just gonna try and add something, or maybe I'm leaving it be. I'm leaving it be because I know that I want to do some framing with black, so it will probably get covered. Let's see, I'm going to take some hard bristle brush and take the black, and I'm just going like this. Again, I have very little paint on my brush, and I'm just going over the edges. I don't want it neat, I just want like a distressed look, and see the brush strokes. Yeah. Okay. So I've got this, and I still want to add details and interest, and my go-to is most of the time some kind of text. And first of all, I want to put the word soar. I'm not sure where. Maybe I will put my focal image first, and then I will continue to build around it. How did I want the bird to be? Did I want it like this or like this? I don't know. Now I need to think about it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so decided where my birds should be and stenciled it, and now I want to add some words, some with meaning, and it's also details that I want in the background. And I'm just going to put here the word soar, and maybe even this inspire, I don't know. I'm going to play with this. It's not only so as to be read, it's also like adding details, some background visual texture. That's the best explanation I can find. And I'm putting here more words. I've got fly, that I'm stenciling now. And maybe even this amaze. Yeah, let's see. What else? Because I still want more words here. I think I will stencil. I've got the word try here. And I'm putting also play. Basically, I'm just now adding more and more words, and it's more for the details in the back. Yeah. Some of them are not complete, I don't care. I just want them floating around the page, basically. So I'm going to continue doing this and I'll come back. I'm back, finished stenciling words. I really like it. I've stayed away from this section so it will still have light. I am really liking what it's very simple, but I really like it. Thought about doing some splattering, but I'm leaving it alone. So that's my page. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.